Leos, my dears, this is your reading for the week of August 10th. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and of course it won't be for everybody. Leos, this is a powerful time for you, of course. It's Leo season. And this is often where we will learn some of our most challenging lessons, the deepest, the greatest, and can lead to the most beauty and peace. So this is what I'm getting for you, my dears. The image that I'm getting from Spirit is you standing, speaking to a crowd of people. Your intention is very much to be creating community within the people, and you're speaking from this place of your personality, which is clearly one that wishes to help. But as you're doing this, or I should say, and as you're doing this, all of the energy around this personality and this helpfulness kind of flows out, and it's almost as though you're watching a projection of yourself. And you're going, ooh, well, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, this is me. I'm doing what I want to do. And of course, this is all going on inside. You're not doing it in the middle of speaking to people, but it's got that quality of, yep, I'm doing good. And sometimes it really is just that simple of, yep, I'm doing good. But sometimes you kind of get caught up in the magic of your own projections of who you are. And sometimes that's coming from an insecurity, like the rest of the world. It can be coming from an insecurity when you become, when you're not stable as a kid, when you're growing up without people really recognizing you and seeing you and appreciating the qualities and helping you grow your sense of boundaries and qualities and sense of self-referencing. If you don't have people who can do that for you, when you have such a strongly identified personality as Leos do, it can kind of come out this way where without intending to, it can be more generated. The desire to help can end up being more generated by your personality and by the need to be appreciated and loved and seen by other people, if you didn't get that as a kid. So one of the things that can happen with that is there can be almost a fragility to that because it's coming from a personality. And if it's coming from a personality, well, that's also where our wounds and our weaknesses lie, right? Our strengths and our weaknesses. So what Spirit is saying is this: if you have found yourself being the kind of person who is directive more than suggestive, who is forceful rather than inviting, then you might be noticing sometimes you have been offended by people's unwillingness to follow your rules or what you think is the best, or just to take your advice in things. And so sometimes that can really lead you to throwing the baby out with the bathwater because your ego has been wounded. So if you're operating from your personality predominantly, that's where you're going to be the most wounded and you're going to react. And so you can just eject. And it doesn't matter about the history. It doesn't necessarily matter what you'll lose. It's that in that moment, there is an affront to the part of you that you are valuing the most. And therefore, it's difficult in that moment with all that fiery energy to step back and settle and question. Now, the interesting thing is, you have the ability to stand back, sit back, and question, but it's really difficult to do if you haven't really understood the difference between, oh, I'm acting out of my personality versus I'm acting out of my heart. Please understand, they're both generated with good intention. And this is not in any way meant to be a criticism of you. This is Spirit saying to you, you have all of this amazing energy to share. You are very good in a leadership position because you are comfortable being in that place. But now this is how you can be in leadership positions where you create cooperation rather than trying to enforce it. And this is where you can deliberately start understanding what it feels like to be projecting out from here as opposed to quietly being appreciated from here. So it's the difference between being kind of adored and revered and just accepting that when you are acting from your core, when you're acting from your heart and your high heart, you are going to experience such a deep sense of love and belonging and being appreciated. That's where Spirit wants you to go. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You can do whatever you want with your relationships. But this, and especially during this period of time when there's so much potential change for all of us, but in Leo season for Leos, this is it. Like, where did that come from? If you want to investigate it, like, where did that come from? But be prayerful in it and understand this is all about growth, and that your personality, as big as it is and as strong as it is, can be fragile when it's not based in your high heart, in compassion, in cooperation. The fiery energy is a beautiful, beautiful energy, but just the way it can also warm a hearth and cook food, it can burn down the house. So this is you learning to understand the nuance of dealing with this beautiful fiery energy, because fire also, again, it nourishes. Fire nourishes in our bodies. Fire is what breaks down the food and allows us to have access to nutrients. Fire in and of itself is a wonderful and essential thing for our survival. This is helping you understand that you're going to catch a lot more flies with honey than you will with vinegar. And what you can do is you can trust that by really supporting the qualities that you like in people, and speaking truthfully about it, that you get to be able to really embrace a much deeper power than the one you've experienced so far. Leos, I'm going to leave you with that for now. I think there's a lot in there, but the thing that I really want to stress here is this is not a criticism. This is an acknowledgement of where your particular power lies, and where you've perceived it lying and where it truly does lie, and how to use it more, how to get in touch with that more. And when you do that, Leo, there's no stopping you. I'm going to leave you with that. Much love and take care.